Enemy cruisers sunk.
Hello, I am Fresh Potato, and we are back with another Drunken Build. Yes, we are going to Drunken Build the Agir, the Tier 8 German super heavy cruiser. Yes, we are going to Drunken Build the Agir, but before we can get started, we must find a commander. So let's see. We're gonna go away from Mr. Karl von Mueller, and we're gonna go with Otto Ciliax. Yes, Otto Ciliax. But like I said, before we can head out to the seas, we must adjust and make sure he have what we need for this drunken build. So here on our first row of skills, we're gonna go with a good day's work. And yeah, I think that's the better educated choice here. We can't go with brawler. We can do this, but it's gonna increase our risk of fire. And no fly zone. Well, we're too drunk for AA. Okay. In our second skill, we could do this guy here. It will improve our traverse speed, but no. There's pure porcupine. But when you are dealing with Mr. Ciliax, well, you ignore porcupine and you go for highly educated crew, all right? That will increase our secondary gun range 15%. Yes. Why does only Ciliax have this skill? Well, you'll have to ask Wargaming, right? He is the only brawler commander, right? I guess, yeah. But anyway, the third skill row, well, we can do, well, on second thought, no. It made sense how I said that, but yeah. We can do firefighter, but no. We're going to go ahead and use this one because it's going to enhance our secondary guns. It's going to give us a better secondary gun damage, 4%. And the chance of it causing fire is an extra 2%. We can do this one, but I think we have enough secondary skills, okay, for our Agir. We could do reaching out double XL. It will apply to a cruiser, but this is the best choice, Master Mechanic, which applies to a cruiser. And the thing there, that last part where it says repair party charges, well, we get 2 extra, okay? And that will come in handy. For our legendary skills here, we could do fight fire with fire, which would be a pretty good choice since we're going to be pushing in with our cruisers, because we are a secondary build cruiser, but nah, well, maybe on the next drunken build. There's running with scissors that does not apply to us. We cannot use this, so we're not going to pick it. Maybe rudder shift would work, but that's not enough to pick that skill. We're going to go with will to rebuild, okay? We're going to try to bring back the prestige of will to rebuild, right? Ever since it's nerfed, you don't hear too much about it. No one cares for it. Okay, it is a dead skill. I guess, well, yeah, we're going to try to put it to good use here. Our base trait, this will not apply to us in our cruiser, so yeah, bummer. Now for our inspirations, our first inspiration, we're going to go with Henrique Fernandez. Because like I said, yes, this is a secondary build cruiser, drunken build cruiser. And we're going to choose him over, what's her name? What is her name? We're going to choose Fernandez because Haruna, well, Fernandez give us more range than Haruna. So let's look at Haruna. Haruna, she does give us better dispersion on our secondary guns, but, but we are focused on the range. She gives us 3.25% extra range, while Mr. Fernandez, well, he gives us 5.4 extra range. So we want the longer the better, right? We want a long range, long secondary range cruiser. Okay, this is the drunken build cruiser, okay? And of course, Mr. Hipper, our second inspiration, and that's because he gives us a whopping 13.5% extra range on our secondary guns, and he does improve the shell grouping of those secondary guns a plus 4.5%. Okay, so yeah, we are going to be pushing in here with our secondary gun, secondary focused cruiser, and let's see our upgrades. We are going to go away from this guy. We want to improve again our secondary gun, so we're going to go with secondary battery mod 2, and that's going to give us an extra 20% on our secondary gun range. Okay. Second, we are going to, I think we should keep propulsion mod, which we are. We're just going to go ahead and keep this. We have a bunch of steering gear mods here. We have 7 of them not being used. But we're gonna stick with propulsion mod. I think that's the best choice. We want speed when we need it. We need to catch speed and when we need to get out of there. Here, this is the tricky choice here. We're gonna we could have went with this one, target acquisition, since we're pushing in. You know, who needs concealment when you're pushing in, right? You want to be able to spot things. You want to be able to see torpedoes far away. We could have also went with the steering gear mod, which could help us, you know, steer away from torpedoes or make ourselves narrow, squeezing through torpedoes. But hey, our 4th slot, we're gonna go with main battery mod. Yeah, that's the educated choice here. So we can have a decent reload here on our main guns. We don't want to be out there with the old slow reload. Even though 18 seconds, that's still the high for the Agir. That's still a pretty long reload for this ship. I believe you can get it lower than that when you have a actual cruiser commander. Our torpedoes, let's see there. We have a disappointing 6-kilometer range. But hey, we're not focused on the torpedoes here. This is all about the secondary guns, which is now a healthy 9.6 kilometers. Okay, on the Agir. It could be longer if I was to upgrade my commanders. So, but 9.6 is nothing to frown at. That's pretty good. So yeah, this is the Drunken Build Agir. Okay, we are drunk. We've had our brew. We have our brew here, and like I said last time, this is not a thing to do that I'm suggesting. Okay, it's just for entertainment purpose. Okay, so let's start. Let's take out the Agir here with our Drunken Build. All right, and we are going to start this early turn into the flank. We are on Haven. And this is a good map for pushing due to all the giant, what are those, islands? Islands or cliffs, I guess. Just like the Grand Canyon with water. But yeah. Here, you see there that I said I need support because I see that our team looks like we're getting ready to do the old early abandon. Okay, they're about to abandon the side early in the game. And you hate to see that, and it's been a lot of that going on lately. There's been a lot of newer players at the high tier, and you know, I can't excuse that, and you know, because I'm an advocate for new players, okay, somewhat, and I give excuses for new player play. But when you're up here at the high tier, there's no excuse for this. New players, if you have high tier ships, I strongly suggest you learn more about the game at the lower tier before you come up here and play the game, because you know it frustrates the more experienced players, and you know it forces us to have to you know deal with your behavior. Okay, but here we're gonna line up the Chapayev with our HE guns. Again, we are pushing in. We are pushing in here. Very risky nonsense on my part. I am in a cruiser. Can't forget it. Okay, you can't forget that this is a cruiser and not a battleship. Okay, but here we loaded our AP now, and we're gonna line up the Chapayev again. Let's see what we can do. We nail him. Okay, 2 Citadel hits. We take a big chunk out of him, as the Musashi takes a big chunk out of us. Yeah. But luckily this island is here, or this cliff. It's gonna help us with our concealment. We're gonna line up some more AP shells now at the Musashi. Won't really do anything to that guy. Okay, but here comes the Chapayev. This must be a new player sailing in a straight line like this. Not what you want to do in your cruiser, okay? You don't want to do this. But here I'm going to try to beach at this on this island because I need to possibly heal up and evaluate the situation, okay? Because again, pushing in a cruiser, you don't want to. You have to evaluate everything. Keep an eye on your mini map. All right, you don't want to fly in there recklessly like this Chapayev. All right, you gotta be aware of what's going on. So here we're parked here, and I'm getting ready to line up the Chapayev, but our aircraft carrier doing a good job there. They get the kill. Okay, the Shikaku sending that Chapayev straight to the Shadow Realm. Very good. But here comes the Musashi. The Musashi is pushing in, doing their job as a battleship. But hey, we are a cruiser battleship. Right? Huh? We are a battle cruiser. There it is. That's why they call them battle cruisers. Pure nonsense, right? Just pure nonsense. But it looks like this Musashi is going to get in our disappointing torpedo range. Really? If you get torped by the Agir, something is wrong with you, right? The Agir's torp range, man, not a great thing. But hey, looks like yeah, this is gonna work. We're gonna go ahead, launch those torpedoes, and then we're gonna be on our merry way. We launch them and start to skip away whistling, right? See if we can get a lucky hit there on that Musashi and send him to the Shadow Realm, hopefully, right? It would be a great day if we did. So here we're going to sail around. We want to be cautious coming around this island. There goes the Amagi and the Republic, so we have to be careful. And there it is. We send that Musashi straight to the Shadow Realm with a torp hit, our first kill of the game. We are at 65,000 damage and counting because we got our secondary gun range and we got a secondary hit on that Republic. And yeah, that torp hit was so satisfying. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drink it in, man. Drink it in, yeah. Feeling good about ourselves as we come around this island. We're gonna try to get another hit on this Republic. Maybe we can get another torp hit, right? We are looking good. We are looking confident for another torp strike here. Our AP did absolutely nothing. We're gonna launch those torpedoes. We need this kill right now because this Republic is getting ready to send us to the Shadow Realm. Okay, we want to possibly angle in. Are we gonna get him? Yes, we do. Another torp strike, giving us our second kill of the game. We're now at 90,000 damage. Okay, here on Haven, right? Oh man. And here I was thinking maybe I should head into that cap, but then I forgot. We haven't seen the Will to Rebuild, so for content and entertainment purpose, okay, I'm going to turn around, okay? Eventually, we're going to turn around instead of head into that cap. Not very smart, but again, this is for entertainment purpose. I wanted to showcase the Will to Rebuild here in our cruiser, all right, as our secondaries begin to pop off at the Amagi. And here we are, the secondary focused cruiser, okay? This is what it's all about. This Agir does not care that we're here, so we're gonna line up its citadel and do absolutely nothing. How did we get to 4 overpins? What? What? But yeah, I guess we'll take it. That should have probably been our kill. It would be nice to get a kill here. We're gonna line him up again. Can we get the kill here? No, we don't. All right, that's not fair, but it happened. What can you do, right? And here goes. We're in the middle of World War II, and here goes some jets. What are those? F-18s? What? Did they get into a time warp or something? Maybe a wormhole? What's going on here? We have jets in the middle of World War II. All right, but we dodge its torps. So good for us, right? So here goes the Petro, and we know the Petro have some very, very strong AP, so we need to be very careful and be wary of the AP shells from the Petro, and maintain an angle for as long as possible, or for as long as we're spotted, I guess. We get a decent, not even a decent hit. That was one overpin again, bringing us to 97,000 damage, and I just realized we had a turret knocked out. So we are down to 2 turrets here. All right, here on Haven, we're down to 2 turrets, so we're not going to be very accurate here. But like I said, I'm trying to get to a teammate to showcase our will to rebuild, right? We want to showcase that will to rebuild. So we are sailing in the opposite direction than what we should be going. All right, but it's okay. There's only 2 ships left. So I say, we can spare this. You know, we're going to win anyway. It would have helped our XP if we did capture that area, but hey, entertainment purpose. We have a drunken build here, okay? We have our brew right here next to us. All right, it's a snake bite, and for those of you that are not familiar with a drink called snake bite, look it up. I made me a snake bite, okay? It took me 6 attempts to get it the right way. After the 6th, okay, no, after the 5th, I was smashed. All right, seeing double, so I left it alone. And then the next day, which is now, or the time I was playing this, I did it the right way. Okay, it's a 2-tone bear, and it consists of the lower tone. The lower bear is a apple cider, preferably a Angry Orchard, right? So I got myself an Angry Orchard, poured it in my pint glass. Then the top layer is a stout. I prefer Guinness Stout. That's what I prefer because I'm a man. Okay, so I got the Guinness, poured that on top, but over a spoon. All right, it's hear me out, okay? You turn the spoon over, and then you slowly turn the stout. Slowly pour the stout over the upside down spoon, right? And the slower you pour it, the better the chance of it landing on top, okay, of the Angry Orchard or the apple cider, if that makes any sense. And there you go. You have a 2-tone bear. It's pretty nice to see. All right, but here we're gonna line up the Petro with our 2 guns, okay, 1 turret. This probably would have been a kill. We'd have probably got that kill if we had all our guns, but hey, it brings us to only 99,000 damage here with this drunken build. But yeah, try the snake bite for those of you who are old enough to indulge in adult beverages, okay? I do not promote drinking and sailing, all right? Again, don't do it. Do not drink and sail. It's not good. But anyway, this game is won. Here goes the Percival, and it is in our range. So we want to pad our damage here now at the ending stages of this game. We are not going to utilize our will to rebuild because we had a lot of health, and you have to be on really low health for it to kick in. So unfortunately, will to rebuild will not be a factor in this game. Maybe on a next drunken build, hopefully it is, where we can, you know, successfully use will to rebuild in a cruiser or maybe even a destroyer. Right? More to come from Drunken Build, okay? Here on this episode 2. Episode 2 of Drunken Build. But here, like I said, we're lining up this Percival. We're trying to just pad our damage. We're now at 120,000 damage. And hopefully we can possibly get the kill with our 2 turrets, right? And our secondary is getting ready to go off now that we are in range at 9.4 kilometers. And within, our secondaries are beginning to go. But yeah. There it is, guys. The Drunken Build Agir. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. But yeah, this was a real drunken build. But here we're gonna get all our credentials here. We are getting closer and closer to the what is that battleship called? The Italian battleship Varde, something like that. the new campaign ship. I cannot remember the name. All right, but yeah, we finished the game with 122,000 damage. We did get our 2 kills of the game. We are top of the leaderboard in base XP with 2204. Yeah. Yes, we didn't get any medals though, but that's okay. This is all about the drunken build, all right? And yeah, like I said, this is for entertainment. This is not any. I'm not suggesting this. You know, this is just for entertainment purpose. Episode 2 of Drunken Build, another another success. But yeah, tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.
Enemy cruiser sunk.